Hello, how's it going? Welcome back to some more F1 Manager 2022 in another part of our Aston Martin career mode. Today we have got the jewel in the crown, the Monaco Grand Prix, and we're looking to back up our last two races that we've had consecutive 1-2s in. Fernando Alonso is in incredible form at the start of Season 3. He's won 4 of the first 6 races and he is racing towards his fourth World Championship crown. Pierre Gasly will be looking to stop him in his tracks, but he's going to struggle. I really do think he is going to struggle because Alonso is seemingly on another planet right now in terms of his driving and his abilities, and he's doing an amazing job. The one person that is sort of matching him at the moment, 3 consecutive podiums, is Esteban Ocon, but he's a long way down. You know, there's not going to be a world championship in there unless Alpine can develop the car, outdevelop us, give him a chance of winning races. But yeah, we're in a very interesting position at the moment. Let's see if we can continue it here in Monaco today. So let's immerse ourselves into the action. Straight away, Pierre Gasly has a development point, so we are going to give him one here. We're going to give one to his adaptability. Oscar Piastri also has one, so we'll add it to his smoothness. So look good now, Oscar Piastri, I've got to say. And everybody else is sorted out, so congratulations from Patrick Stafford. We have, of course, got our rear wing development done, so we're going to do 2 emergency rear wings, and we'll also manufacture 2 normal ones. Well, let's just go back a minute, because it's not that one that we want. We want this one. There you go. Right, so 2 normal ones. That's fine. And that's going to cost us 200 grand. Let's just double check that is better for us. And we have got a fair few projects underway. Let's get another new project done. Let's go for another underfloor. We're going to throw everything else back into this. This is going to be a big upgrade, and that's going to come later in the season for us. We're going to put a little bit more focus onto the aerodynamics of the car this time, and that should give us a really good chance. It's of course going to take a fair while, and that will be ready just before the summer break. So yeah, very cool. Right, into the facilities, because we do have, you know, nearly 40 million to spend, so I think we need to go and upgrade stuff now. Memorabilia room needs upgrading. Hospitality area could do with an upgrade as well. Boardroom's looking fine. The tour centre could do with an upgrade. Let's get that done. I'm looking to splash the cash here. Scouting department, I mean, we can upgrade that. I don't really see the benefit in it though. Race simulator, we might as well get that upgraded. Car development factory. Why not? Why not? And there we go, we're down to 9 million now. So yeah, keeping everything ticking over. So without further ado, let's get ourselves forward towards the Monaco Grand Prix. And it's going to be an interesting one. You know, I think strategy is going to be a massive factor, but of course track position is king in Monaco, so we're gonna have to make sure that we are absolutely on it in terms of our qualifying pace. So let's get into Monaco and see how we get on.
Cars have been racing through Monaco's streets since 1929, and this weekend is no exception, as we get to watch the new generation of world-class drivers take over Monte Carlo. This is the Monaco Grand Prix. Monaco is famous for its many narrow twists and corners, from the brake-heavy Le Rascasse to the treacherous Saint-Devote. There are no proper straights to speak of, and it's extremely hard to overtake here. It sounds like simple advice, but getting up as high on that starting grid as possible is the best plan of attack. At this early stage in the season, there are still plenty of opportunities for things to change. In this sport, there simply are no guarantees. Stay right here, because we're just getting started.
Okie dokie then. It's going to be raining on Friday, but it looks like Saturday and Sunday are going to be nice and dry. So let's see if we can have a nice dry Monaco Grand Prix after rain in the last 2 years. Well, I think qualifying is going to be rather good for us, but Max Verstappen definitely looking very, very rapid out there. 2.5 tenths quicker than Fernando Alonso, but once again, top 11 within a second. Alpine in the side of Esteban Ocon. Not doing as well as his teammate Sebastian Vettel, but it'll be interesting to see how we get on in qualifying. Only 75% on the setup confidence for Gasly this weekend. Not great at all. Let's have a little investigate of that. What's actually gone wrong here? So it seems to be his front wing stuff. Let's try and fix this a bit. Yep. I think we want that there. And that more like there. Yeah, that looks fine, I suppose. I know we're not going to get the performance boost, but we need him to be in a good position. And he's not currently. Whereas Fernando, we can get him even closer. So, yeah, we're going to negate the performance boost for the simple reason that we need to get him where we want him. And Gasly quickest in that session there. Alonso P3. Going out in Q1 then. Giovinazzi, Schumacher, Albon, Stroll, and Nico Hülkenberg. Right, let's get ourselves into Q2. And there you go, 97 and 96%. That's going to be much more beneficial for our weekend. We're going to try and get through on used soft tyres in Q2, because I do think we'll be using soft tyres in the race tomorrow. So let's get into Q2 and see how it goes. Now, of course, traffic is going to be massive around here. So we're going to need to make sure we're in the right place at the right time. So I'm looking somewhere around here. So around about 9 minutes into the session. That's when I think we can send our guys out. So Pierre Gasly is going to go out first. And Fernando Alonso is going to follow him out. I'm going to hope for the best that these guys don't get right in our way. So let's hop on board with Pierre Gasly. Let's see what sort of time he can put in. He should be absolutely fine getting through. Fernando Alonso might struggle to get past Max Verstappen, which could be an issue. Seems just about okay. I think Verstappen will get out of the way pretty quickly here. Slowed down a little bit there, Fernando, but I think he'll probably be alright as Gasly goes purple in the middle sector. And he's going to come around the final corner. If he can get up to, second, third, that would probably be enough to get through. So here we come. Pierre Gasly coming up to the line now. And so 109.6, which is enough for P2. What about Fernando then? Needs to be in the 109s at the very least. He comes up to the line, and it is a 109.8, which is enough for 5th as it stands. Now, it is very risky to leave him out there, but I don't particularly want to waste a set of tyres. I suppose what I could do is put him back out there on another used set. So let's go and do that. Let's see if he can make it round in time. Oh, I don't think he did.
Okay,
He didn't make
that's
it.
the end of the session.
Oh, he was about a second away from making it, so it's all going to be whether people get through. Bottas doesn't improve. Let's have a look. So Hamilton goes through, he doesn't improve. Vettel only goes P10. Ricciardo through and only into 12th. What about Russell? Russell comes through, only 8th. Magnussen, only 9th. What about Verstappen? He goes to the top, so Alonso down to 6th now. Ocon, he goes above Alonso. Perez comes through, he stays 2nd. What about Norris? Can he make it through? No, he can't. And neither can, well, Zhou Guanyu doesn't improve. So, going out in Q2 then is Kevin Magnussen, Sebastian Vettel, Daniel Ricciardo, and the 2 McLarens of Valtteri Bottas and Lando Norris. That is a shocker from them two. Right then, into Q3, and we're just going to use the one set. We're going to try and keep it a brand new set for tomorrow's race. See how we get on here. I'm going to go out right at the end of the session, which is risky, because if there's a big crash and a potential red flag, you know, there's nothing we can do about it, and we'll be starting 9th and 10th, but I don't think it's worth dirtying any more tyres. Just leave it to the death and hope that we don't miss the checkered flag. So they're coming out now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alonso going out now. And Gasly's going to follow him. Got just about enough time to make this work. So let's hop on board with Fernando Alonso, who's coming round Anthony Knowles and comes up now towards Saint Devant. Here we go. 25 seconds left in this session. Can Fernando Alonso do something special here and put it ahead of the Red Bulls? Red Bulls certainly looking a little bit faster than us this weekend. Perez is currently quickest, Verstappen 2nd, Leclerc 3rd, Sainz in 4th, and then Ocon in 5th, continuing his excellent season so far. It has been rather amazing. Lewis Hamilton in 6th, Zhou Guanyu in 7th, and then George Russell in 8th. Hamilton comes across the line. He doesn't improve. As Perez comes across the line. Not too bad. What about George Russell? George Russell comes across the line. Doesn't improve. Verstappen goes on to pole position. He gets past his teammate. Joe is only 7th. What about the 2 Ferraris? We've got Sainz and Leclerc coming up to the line. By the way, Fernando Alonso, 2 green sectors, not managing to go purple at the moment. Leclerc goes 3rd, Sainz 4th, Ocon is 5th. Here comes Fernando Alonso. Where can he get to? It's a 109.3, which puts him 2nd. Excellent lap. But what about Pierre Gasly? Can he do even better than that? A 109.4, and that puts him in 4th place. So it's Red Bull, Aston Martin, Red Bull, Aston Martin, and we seem to be a league ahead of the Ferraris and etc. But an exciting qualifying session. A 109.3 for Max Verstappen, a 109.470 for Pierre Gasly. 10th and a half between them.
The time has come for these drivers to fight it out wheel to wheel. Race day has arrived.
Aston Martin performed well during the qualifying session, and they're rewarded with a good grid position for the race. The work Red Bull did during qualifying was nothing short of spectacular. Now let's see if they can repeat that for today's race. And the race will be taking place under blue skies. That means the teams should be able to apply their strategies without any added complications.
So as the drivers prepare to weave their way around the streets of Monaco, you have to think there'll be twists and turns aplenty.
So, into the race then, and let's just double check what strategies are expected. So a soft and then hard tyre strategy. We could go medium hard as well. Let's just see what's on the table here in terms of our strategy. So we could go soft, then hard. That's not going to be easy to pull off. Medium hard is going to be difficult as well, but track position is definitely king in this race. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting dynamic. Track position is king. You know what? We're going to give Pierre Gasly the long run. He's the one that's going to be doing the chasing in this race. And I think, honestly, medium tyres are... Well, I say that, but probably soft tyres are going to be slightly better. But then... if we go medium... because we can stay in front of people, but... yeah, let's go for that. And Fernando Alonso's going to go for the normal strategy of a medium, then a hard. Is he going to go soft hard? It's going to be pretty much the same either way, isn't it? So we'll try soft hard with Fernando. We'll try hard medium with Pierre Gasly. We'll add a little bit more fuel into the car, and we will deploy at the start of the race and see if we can make any impact. It's going to be really, really tough, but yeah, let's get ourselves into it. It's time for the Monaco Grand Prix.
As the sun continues to shine, it seems like nothing can dampen the mood of excitement here at the track. Looking here at Fernando Alonso. After an impressive qualifying performance, they're starting today just behind pole. There's the second Aston Martin. They might not be in the top 3 spots, but things could change fast once the race gets underway. Will their hard work pay off today?
Well, we are ready and raring to go. Can Fernando Alonso grab the lead at turn 1? So lights out, away we go. Pierre Gasly off to a very good start from second on the grid, fourth on the grid, but Fernando Alonso loses second, I think, as they're going up the hill. Max Verstappen leads, but Alonso actually is second. And Pierre Gasly now having a little look at Perez. He got initially off the line a lot better than Perez, but now is stuck behind him. Fernando Alonso, meanwhile, doing a great job of staying with Max Verstappen. Let's have a look at tyre choices. Pierre Gasly on hards, Ricardo, Bottas and Mick Schumacher on hards as well. We've got Sainz, Zhou, Hamilton, Russell, Vettel, Norris and Stroll on the mediums. Everybody else is on the softs. It's going to be very, very intense in these opening few laps. Can Fernando Alonso make a move on Max Verstappen? He's going to have to do it early if he wants to get through and win this Grand Prix, you feel, because if he gets caught behind Max Verstappen for the whole race, that is going to really affect our pace. Well, here we go then, once again with Fernando Alonso. He's going to have a little look into Sandoval. I think he's opening up the inside line. He has a little look, and it's going to be a run up towards the casino. This is ridiculous. Fernando Alonso round the outside, and I think he's took the lead here up towards the casino, but Verstappen is there on the inside. Alonso manages to stay ahead though. That was unbelievable. That was brilliant.
This is awesome work, come on.
So Fernando Alonso now leads the Monaco Grand Prix. Pierre Gasly is currently in fourth. Can he get past Sergio Perez? He's on the hard tyres, so he's going to struggle to have that extra little bit of grip. So that is the problem, really. That is the problem at this stage of the race. But Fernando Alonso, he will be looking to absolutely nail these first couple of sectors. That's exactly what he'll be looking to do here. And well, I mean, you've just got to enjoy it.
DRS has been enabled. So caution on the battery.
Copy.
So we are low on battery at the moment.
So I think we're going to have to
Okay.
work out what we do with Fernando. So he's 1.6 ahead. So he's doing fine on those soft tyres. Pierre Gasly, meanwhile, he's gonna struggle to stay in front of or get in front of Perez, I should say. So yeah, Gasly's struggling to stay with Perez at this phase of the race. And it's whether we can look after the tyres a little bit more with Alonso, but actually, is there any point? Is there any point? Because Max Verstappen is on softs as well. He's on older softs, so he's going to really struggle later on in this stint. So let's just stick with how it is for now. Let's zoom it forward a little bit. And hopefully Pierre Gasly can stay ahead of Charles Leclerc. We're playing the long game with Gasly and hoping track position is king. Because he is going to take over the lead of this race once Alonso, Verstappen and Perez come into box. And if there's a safety car or anything at that point, then Gasly, of course, will be able to take advantage. We're splitting our strategy to try and get the better of the Red Bulls because we know that they're probably, on balance, slightly quicker than us around this track, and particularly Max Verstappen. But Fernando Alonso doing a good job at the moment, pushing hard at the front of the race and managing to stay in control. He's 2.2 seconds ahead of Max Verstappen. He's got the fastest lap as it stands. I'm going to keep pushing forward. There's not really much point in absolutely blitzing the field in this first stint. But Gasly and Leclerc starting to pull away a little bit from Ocon and Sainz. Ocon's got his work cut out if he wants to continue his streak of 3 consecutive podiums. But let's zoom it forward. I don't think this race is going to be particularly interesting until the pit stops start happening. So Fernando Alonso's is in 16 laps time. It's a long, long time until Fernando's going to be coming in. So we will zoom that forward. And there might well be a big incident that causes a red flag or something similar in this race, and that could change everything. I think in all likeliness we'd all go onto the hard tyres, but Pierre Gasly would then struggle. But yeah, we are pulling away from Max Verstappen now. And slowly but surely bringing our ERS levels back up. So we are going to harvest for a bit with Pierre. Try and get that back up to max. Yeah, some big gaps developing out there now. Fernando Alonso 5.7 seconds ahead of Max Verstappen. Oh, and Leclerc has overtaken Gasly. How has that happened? Let's have a little look here. They go up the hill. And yeah, look at this. Side by side, and Leclerc is through. So Gasly caught snoozing there.
They take advantage and muscle their way through. Excellent work.
Nothing he could even do about that.
Team are devastated.
It's going to be tough now for Gasly to get back past
Charge the pack.
Leclerc.
Copy.
Yeah, we are going to charge up the pack for Fernando Alonso. Make sure that he has got a full charge of ERS to utilise as well. Yeah, Gasly should be able to stay with Leclerc and hopefully we'll overcut him when the time comes. We're still a fair way off pit stop territory. 4.1 seconds lead. So he did lose 2 seconds there while charging his battery up, but it's definitely worth it. And Gasly has overtaken Charles Leclerc, this time around the outside of Casino. That's a great move from Pierre Gasly, and well, he's in a little battle now. Gasly's tyres definitely lasting nicely. If we look at their tyres, they're definitely not lasting nicely. Fernando Alonso's tyres, 43%. That's amazing. It's only 6% better than some of the guys around us. But Pierre Gasly will have the best tyres on the track right now, and he's doing a 15.5. This is where Pierre Gasly comes into the race a little bit. He's going to start closing in on Sergio Perez, and probably Fernando Alonso as well. And I think Pierre Gasly isn't out of this just yet. He's playing the long game, of course. He's pulling away from Charles Leclerc as it stands. Is Leclerc going to come into the pits at any point? Meanwhile, Carlos Sainz has made it past Charles. Fernando Alonso leading this Grand Prix. 4.4 seconds ahead of Max Verstappen in second. Perez is in third. Verstappen in the pits then. Max Verstappen in the pits. And I think Fernando will come in probably the next lap. And very, very importantly for Max, he's got out in front of Carlos Sainz. That's massive for him. So Fernando Alonso is going to come into the pits. He's going to have the hard tyres on. And this might be pretty close with Max Verstappen. And, well, here we go then. Fernando Alonso in. And he's going to be out again. And he might come back out in first place here. Pierre Gasly is going to come round. Is Pierre Gasly going to take the lead? Yes, he is. Or is he? No, Fernando Alonso stays in front, and he has got brand new hard tyres, so he's going to push on now. But look at Max Verstappen, 2.1 seconds. Now only 1.5 seconds behind the leader, Fernando Alonso. Now, of course, Pierre Gasly has got much longer to go. He's still got another 12, 13, 14 laps until he gets into the pits. So Fernando, I mean, he's going to pull away from Pierre pretty quickly here. That's what we do strategy-wise. And Pierre Gasly's still got a decent amount of tyres left on those hards. And here we go then, Fernando Alonso coming up to the line. Is that going to be a faster lap? Not yet. Not yet. So, of course, he's going to be improving later on in this race, you would think. Yeah, Gasly holding up Verstappen a treat. Fernando Alonso leading this Grand Prix. Gasly now trying to defend from Max Verstappen. How many seconds does Gasly realistically have? So, I mean, if he comes in now, he may well come out behind Sebastian Vettel. It's not likely, but it could happen. So, yeah, this might not work out as well as we thought. Lots of people into the pits then. Yeah, Gasly has been passed by Max Verstappen, which isn't that surprising. Perez is catching up as well. And this is amazing. He's going to end up pretty much a pit stop behind those guys.
Red Bull gained a place
before he's even had his pit stop. Now he's going to be coming roaring back on the soft tyres at the end of the race, so It is going to be interesting to see what happens here. Obviously, not much happens in terms of overtakes. But yeah, Leclerc's starting to catch up. And the pit window has been entered for Pierre Gasly. And we're thinking medium tyres, and to be honest, that's not a bad shout. Nobody else is on the medium tyres, so he will be significantly quicker, and they will last a little bit longer. So let's give it a few laps and then bring in Pierre for his pit stop. Let's see if we can get those medium tyres to last all the way to the end and see if we can close in nicely on these guys. But I don't think a podium is going to be on the cards for Pierre. Meanwhile, Fernando Alonso, let's keep an eye on this. He's not that far ahead of Max Verstappen. And that looks like that's going to be an intense battle between now and the end of the Grand Prix. Goodness me, that's come from nowhere. But yeah, let's get Pierre in now onto the medium tyres. Let's get him in.
Box and pit confirm, please. Box, pit confirm.
And where is Pierre going to come out? Oh, annoyingly, Gasly's just passed the pit entry. That was ill-advised. So let's see what we can do with Pierre then. As Fernando Alonso continues to lead this Monaco Grand Prix. Pierre Gasly coming round now. The swimming pool section. And he's coming up towards the pit stop. So he comes round into the pit lane.
Copy.
So Pierre Gasly now will be going on to medium tyres. And we're expecting that he's going to be able to really close in these last few laps. But how many positions is he going to have to make up? He's down to 7th. Is he going to be down to 8th here? I don't think so. I think that's a Williams. So yeah, it's going to be 7th in the end. And that's Kevin Magnussen. Is Pierre Gasly going to stay in front? He is. Just about now. Chance to use his extra fuel.
We do not require any fuel liftoff.
Copy.
And think about less lifting coast. Okay, copy.
So Fernando, he's trying to defend from Max Verstappen. Fernando trying to defend from Max Verstappen. He's got 28 laps to go. Pierre Gasly already starting to close in. So let's zoom it forward. Yeah, Alonso now starting to pull away very, very slightly. Of course, DRS will keep Verstappen in touch, but not a very serious threat. And fastest lap for Pierre.
Was a purple lap.
And of course, he's going to be closing in that gap all the time on those medium tyres. He's going to end up with such better tyres than everybody else by the end of the Grand Prix. Surely he's going to just make positions for fun, but it's Monaco. Who knows? Oh, people are in. People are in. I assume those are the hard tyre runners from the start of the Grand Prix. As Alonso now builds out a 3-second gap to Max Verstappen. Pierre Gasly closing in on Esteban Ocon. He's 2.1 behind. Let's see how much he is by the end of the lap here. Whoops. Yeah, should be able to make a move on Ocon here. So we're going to go on to deploy. You can see there's a little bit of traffic up ahead. So it's a potential risk. Well, here we go, he's deploying the ERS. Was having a little look there. Is he going to go down the inside? No, doesn't bother. So he's now going to have to wait until the main straight down into Sandavon. So here we go. He's deploying. He's got DRS. Come on. It's frustrating. I'll zoom it round a lap. Yeah, should hopefully be able to make the move stick this time. With the DRS. Well, I think Ocon is also going to have DRS here. He does. Oh, the McLaren right in the way. Oh, well, well, well. It's going to be another chance here. Nobody in front to save Esteban Ocon this time, but this has been the real problem. Trying to get through. So he needs to pull to the right. What's he doing? I just don't know why he's not absolutely going for it. Ocon defending wildly here. Is he going to go down the inside? This is a risky move from Pierre Gasly. But he makes it stick. And Pierre Gasly now up into 6th position. Good move.
You're looking good at the moment.
Now he needs to close in on Charles Leclerc.
Looks like Aston Martin have just gained a race position.
He should close in fairly quickly. And there he is, already 1.8 behind Charles Leclerc. So it's looking like he's going to get up to at least 4th. I don't think he'll have enough to catch Perez, but this sort of strategy was always kind of relying on a safety car. It's going to pretty much finish where he started, so DRS now enabled. And can he go up the hill and have a good go at Charles Leclerc here? Might be able to do the same move. He does have a little look down the inside. Can Leclerc hold him off? Oh, he did just about. It felt like maybe he was going to be squeezed into the wall. So he stopped himself. But I think he should be able to make a move into the final corner here.
We are out of DRS.
Okay.
Yeah, not good enough really. Can he have another go up the hill into the casino? No. Not this lap. So I think it's time to harvest for a few laps. And then have a proper go for it. So let's get to the end of the lap.
Okay, recharge off.
Yeah.
So here we go. He's going to be deploying out this final corner. Surely he's going to make this stick. Yeah. Come on. Down the inside, please. Yeah, there we go. And he is through. So now he's got to chase after Carlos Sainz.
Aston Martin with a great play there. They've moved up a place.
Yeah.
Your low fuel range. That's a bit of a concern for Fernando.
Should be some lift and coast.
Should be okay.
Okay.
Can Pierre close in enough on Sainz? I think we're going to have to conserve the fuel with Fernando. I don't know if he's going to have enough to last.
But hot and temps, just going to need some lift and coast.
Right.
Okay, copy.
It's going to be within a second now. This is going to be an intense final few laps for Pierre Gasly on Carlos Sainz. As I say, I don't think he's going to reach Sergio Perez, but yeah, his tyres are going to fall off a little bit worse than Carlos Sainz's. Now then, within a second, let's make sure we're on harvest, so
Recharge on, please. Recharge on.
Copy.
so that we can utilise the deployment out of the final corner. Neutral again, just to make sure we're within that 1 second.
Ready.
Okay.
Right, here we go then. Pierre Gasly's going to have DRS, so we'll use it to close in this lap. Hopefully stay close for a lap and then deploy on the next lap. So here we go, DRS active. You can see how much closer we are now to Carlos Sainz. So let's keep going. We're going to deploy out of this final corner. So here we go, DRS enabled. But again, not perfect. We're going to keep the driving clean air off.
And recharge on.
Okay.
So I'm going to recharge another lap. And then properly go for it. And the lap after. So here we go. This to get back up into 4th position. So here we go. Can he make it stick? He pulls to the inside and he should make it through, and he does. So Pierre Gasly now up into 4th position in this Grand Prix. And meanwhile, Fernando Alonso only half a second ahead of Max Verstappen. What's happened here? He's having to conserve fuel. And Max Verstappen has caught up. So we're going to go balanced. Felt like we had this one in the bag with Fernando. Hasn't been the case. Now then, Fernando coming around the final corner might get DRS from the Alfa Romeo in front. He's not going to. Max Verstappen's got DRS though. And Max Verstappen might be making a move for the lead here. This is going to be close. And they're going to go up the hill together. Is Max Verstappen going to back out here? Yes, he is, just about. But Fernando Alonso under pressure in these final 3 laps. This is going to be an intense final few minutes. I think Gasly's going to be easily ahead of Sainz by the end of the race. I'm going to have to go balanced on that.
Lift up.
Now, Fernando Alonso. As I say, I think it's going to be pretty intense now. Oh, Verstappen has been screwed over by the traffic. But I think he is quicker, so can he get close again by the end of this lap? I don't want to run out of fuel, so I am going to conserve again.
Increase in lift and coast. Copy.
I'm going to have to conserve over this lap. It's going to be a last lap showdown between Max Verstappen and Fernando Alonso. Right, we're going to deploy on the ERS. We're going to attack on the tyres. We're going to do the same with Pierre Gasly. So Fernando Alonso starts his final lap of the Grand Prix. Now, can he look after the fuel?
So 1 more lap.
He's got the deployment.
Everything you've got.
We're going to go balanced. He should have enough just about. Pierre Gasly is on the final lap of the race as well. He's going to be coming through now. And he's obviously looking to finish in 4th position. But Fernando Alonso looking to win his 3rd consecutive Grand Prix and his 5th race out of 7 so far this season. He is starting to turn into a very dominant champion once again. And well, let's see what he can pull off on this final lap. Can he go and set himself a purple lap right at the end here? I don't think so. I think he's well off the pace, actually. But Fernando Alonso, he's going to come round the final corner. He's weathered the storm of Max Verstappen today, and he comes round Anthony Knowles for one final time and comes up to the line and wins the Monaco Grand Prix. Redemption for last year.
Checkered flag now.
Very, very good from him. And now Pierre Gasly.
Yeah, I'm happy for you guys.
What can he do? Is he...
Okay, we'll have a chat later.
So here we go then. Pierre Gasly comes up to the line. What's he going to manage? Is it going to be a decent lap time at the end? A 14.4,
checkered flag.
which is quite a bit slower than Fernando Alonso in the end. But there you go. Pierre Gasly finishes 4th. Doesn't. Oh, and he's ran out of fuel. He's ran out of the fuel right at the end there. Alonso, weirdly, has not run out of fuel, even though he was more critical on fuel. But Pierre Gasly has just stopped out there. Now, Lewis Hamilton, he's going to come over the line in 8th place. Zhou Guan Yu, looks like he's going to finish where he started in 9th place. Excellent result for him. And AlphaTauri get their first points. Haas finish in 10th, and then Russell finishes 11th. Vettel finishes 12th. He'll be disappointed with that. And Fernando Alonso manages to make it to the pit lane. And there you go. That is the Monaco Grand Prix done. And another victory for Fernando Alonso.
Outcome for Aston Martin's driver. What a beautiful sight that is on the podium, and a true crowning achievement for everyone involved.
So there we go, Fernando wins the Monaco Grand Prix.
And you don't just find yourself on the podium for no reason at all. The Aston Martin driver really earned that place. You've got to say it was a solid drive from all 3 of them up there. A fantastic showcase for Formula One. Aston Martin having an extremely good day at the track.
Indeed, the team has demonstrated technical skill as well as a great deal of heart. They can be really proud of their efforts this weekend.
After an intense weekend, the team ends in 1st place in the constructor standings.
Next time, the teams will be racing through the streets of another city. Join us in Baku on the shores of the Caspian Sea for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix.
Right then, Fernando Alonso, of course, wins the Monaco Grand Prix. Pierre Gasly in 4th place. Let's see what effect that has on the driver's standings. He's now 25 points ahead of Max Verstappen in 2nd. Pierre Gasly still in 3rd, 96 points for him. Now 39 points ahead behind his teammate Fernando Alonso. Carlos Sainz a distant 4th, as we've said. Perez 6th, Leclerc 7th, Hamilton 8th, and Ocon in P9. But Fernando Alonso, 5 wins out of 7. It's definitely looking like him versus Max Verstappen this year, rather than his teammate Pierre Gasly. Into the Constructors, we are dominating the Constructors' Championship, of course, at the moment. Let's have a look at development points for everybody. Alonso does have 1, none for Gasly this time, and none for Oscar Piastri. But £4.7 million in profit. And we're ready and raring to go. Ready for the next Grand Prix. And that's going to be in Baku next time out. So that's going to be an intense one. I'm sure of that. And I'm sure at some point Development Race will catch up with us. And we'll start to struggle to win Grand Prix a little bit like we did last season. But if we take our opportunities when we've got them, then who knows, can we retain our title this season? But if you have enjoyed it, give it a big thumbs up down below, subscribe for plenty more F1 Manager 2022 content, and I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.